Okay, so for some reason, um, I feel like talking about my own experience with anxiety and panic. I don't remember what sparked this, but it just kind of seemed like a good idea. Um, so I guess I've had anxiety for a really long time. For as long as I can remember, really, I've just been really cautious of things, and maybe it's because of the way that I was brought up. My mom's really cautious of things, and maybe I took it very seriously. I don't know. But I do remember for a very long time I've been quite the hypochondriac. And I remember being in like third grade, and usually my anxiety really sprouted during times where I wasn't very busy. So like during the summer, I remember like the summer of third grade, I just kept on thinking like that I was dying. Um, I don't remember exactly why, but I just remember that. And then I remember asking my mom to like play cards with me to distract me, so we'd play cards. And so I'd have to keep my mind off of that. And I'm pretty much the same now, um, where I am such a hypochondriac. And for a while, I wasn't going to school and I wasn't working, I didn't really go out and see friends because some of them don't drive. A lot of them live central and I live north, so it's really hard to see my friends on a regular basis. So I'd spend a lot of time by myself, and I'd start really paying attention to things on my body and thinking, is this normal? Why is this happening to me? I don't think other people have this problem. So, and that lasted a while, and that was the worst I've ever been, and it was driving everyone crazy. It was driving me crazy. It was terrible. But yeah, oh, I'm also really claustrophobic, and I'm really afraid of, yeah, just being in like kind of small places. Um, if I can't escape easily, I get kind of scared, and I think maybe that's why I'm afraid of flying. And that's really bad for me because I need to fly to go see people. Um, but it's like I'm in the air, and what if I like have a heart attack or something? I can't just like get out of there. And leaving buildings and areas helps calm down my anxiety. If I am in open spaces, that helps. All, like I said before, distracting myself and talking with people really helps. Really helps me. Um, Caffeine triggers anxiety for me. If I have too much caffeine, I don't know why. I'm not a doctor, but it happens with my dad too. I guess it gets our heart rates going, and I normally have really low blood pressure, so a lot of adrenaline or anything that's going to give me a lot of unnatural energy, I guess, um, really just brings my heartbeat up, and it makes me feel like I'm panicking in like a fight or flight kind of way. So what happens to me is yeah, my heart rate raises, and I find it really hard to breathe. I get kind of dizzy, like I feel like this is happening and I'm losing control, and I have to like lean up against something to make sure I don't fall. And it just feels like I'm on the verge of fainting. And I hate it. I don't know. I used to be on an anti-anxiety, antidepressant before. I don't think that really works for me. Um, I do some natural stuff. I have these little tablets called GabaCalm. They help me. There's also like a rescue thing. It's like a chewy kind of gummy thing. Um, but yeah, it's hard. I hate when people really play up my anxiety and they kind of like make fun of me for it. And someone at work actually played up my hypochondria, made me look like a baby and like I can't do my job because of it. And I'm like, that's really awful. So I don't know. It's really bad, but I'm trying to keep control of it. But sometimes it just drives me nuts. Like um, if I have an adrenaline rush for some reason, that I can calm down, but it can erupt again later. Like it happened to me today. I got really annoyed and like really angry, and then I started having, um, I guess, I don't know how to describe it. It just kind of came back. I know there's a word for it. Yeah, it just kind of came back, and it made me feel like my heart was going nuts, and I started having anxiety for that. Like if I start feeling like my heart rate is, you know, exceeding's not the right word. It's like getting faster. I know there's a better word for that, though. I hate that. I'm always like, there's a better word for this, but here's me putting it simply, but whatever. But yeah, so if I feel like my heart rate accelerating, Jesus fucking Christ, accelerating, God, then I focus on that, and it just gets, you know, more and more and more and more, and then I panic, and it's awful. And this happens to me like every day almost. And I noticed if I don't eat, then I have a lot of anxiety as well. So it's something that, you know, I live with on a day-to-day basis, and I know that a lot of people, you know, suffer with anxiety and panic attacks too, and it's literally the worst thing in the world because you feel like you're actually dying. Like the worst panic attack I had was a lot of too much emotional stimulation, too many freakouts about certain people, and then I had a lot of caffeine, and it literally felt like I was being sucked out of my body and like I was literally having a heart attack. And a lot of people confuse anxiety attacks with heart attacks. So it has a lot of the same kind of things, and I don't think it should be taken lightly, and it sucks. And that's it. Thank you for watching that, I guess. If you're still watching that, are you? What's up? How are you doing? How's your day going? Good? Good. Me too. Alright. See ya.